Welcome to A Fan's Perspective. This is your boy Boogie 45. This is Quick Thoughts. Today I want to do an observation on something. And this episode is doing an observation on rappers' entourages. You know, the guys, the goons that be in the entourage that protect the rapper, but quote unquote protect the bag. Um, I want to observe a couple stories from people that were part of rappers' entourages. Then I'm gonna give my commentary at the end. All right. Let's get into the first one. I've been hearing some stories this week, and it's kind of ain't really sit right with me, so it kind of motivated me to go into this joint. Fair use. And shout out to
Smurf wound
Queens
up getting
Flip.
himself in a situation which ain't had nothing to do with G-Unit. My shit ain't have nothing to do with him, but I ain't call him. I wasn't looking for no help. That's probably the reason why he did send the lawyer. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't calling, yo, niggas gotta, nah, why? Nigga, I'm out here. Like, I was young at that time, but I'm like.
So so you got shot over this G-Unit shit too?
That's a fact. It's a fact.
Did you get shot during the time you was home that time or years later?
Now, for people that don't know, this Joffrey the Mac, Joffrey Top Tiger, man, he been down with G-Unit since day one. I'm talking about Bang'em Smurf days. You know what I mean? And he's just giving his story on a couple of things that transpired with some of the beef dealing with G-Unit. You know what I mean? That, you know, people that 50 had issues with or whatever. So he's just giving a little rundown. I'm just pointing some things out real quick.
I got shot in 04.
You had sent home what, 03?
Did I? 02, 03? No, later, earlier than that, right? Yeah, 03.
All right, so we're not going to you getting shot yet. So
I came back.
So when Bang'em said that the reason why it went public is because y'all stopped fucking with him. Why you stopped fucking with him if you was cool with him?
Well, basically, like I said, I wound up going back on the road. So it's like, Bang'em was my man. We was all right, but I'm not going to choose him over me trying to change my life. Like, this shit I'm trying to, like, you fucked up your situation. You would have been here. What I look like staying back in the hood with you? Why? I don't owe you nothing. I didn't owe him no explanation. I didn't owe him anything. We ain't owe each other nothing. You think he would have fucking stopped messing with Fifth if I was the one doing that? Think about it. If the table was the other way around and I was the one doing the shit talking, violating, would you think he probably would have came?
You think Bang'em deserved what he got?
Deserve? He put himself in that position. I'm not going to say deserve because I don't really know if he deserved it, but I know that he put himself in that predicament. He started talking crazy. He did what he did, sending threats. And I'm not going to take well the threats. He's telling the guy, well, whatever. You go that way. He felt some way. Calling him for his money. Call me for some money, nigga. Like, you know how many times Fifth bailed him out for that? He tell you that?
Nah, he didn't.
He never tell you he got bailed out from Fifth or nothing before?
No.
Fifth helped him all his life. Nigga was around him.
He said that he got locked up. He told us the story. He got locked up for about Big Worm and them niggas
You're worming him from one dude over there, right? Yeah.
He got locked up. He said he got locked up because of that. And then he said that Fifth ain't give him his money, send him his money.
Because he was sending threats, bro. He did that to himself. He said, it's my money. Start talking crazy. Probably calling Yayo and I'm talking crazy. You can't do that.
So how Fifth made him sign?
Well, to be fair in that situation, Smurf felt like 50 was trying to little boy him. He felt like he was trying to teach him a lesson by not sending him his money while he was locked up. So I just wanted to make that clear. You know what I mean? Add some context to it.
Paper over.
Because he didn't know what he was signing. He did some dumb shit. He was thirsty for some money. He went down, I think, Theo at the time. Theo probably still his lawyer. Went down to Theo office, I think, and he signed them papers. That's your fault. You ain't read over that agreement, nigga. That ain't nobody's fault but yours, nigga. But what I'm hearing is that he knew that he was signing for that bread. He wanted whatever he wanted at the time. Yeah, because I stuck with that, with the G-Unit thing. He ain't bring me around. Those are my niggas.
You got shot.
I got shot behind G-Unit, nigga. I went to jail, nigga. I got shot for G-Unit. I went to jail for a whole year with I had a shit bag. A colostomy bag. I did a whole year on the island like that.
How much did you get?
I'm a strong nigga. I shot 5 times. 5 times for this shit. I didn't come home complaining nothing. I ain't cry to niggas. I ain't tell nothing. Nah, I'm not that. Who am I? I'm a grown man.
So tell me that what happened that day. What you remember?
Now, understanding that Joff is a grown man, and he didn't want to, he was prideful, so he didn't want to complain about it. But I'm gonna say this though: if you work for a job and you get injured on the job, or you lose your life on the job, your family is compensated. Most 9 to 5s, that's how they're set up. You sign up for your insurance, yeah, your medical, your dental, your retirement 401k, and then your accidental, just in case you have an accident. They have workers' comp, and then they have accidental death insurance. So when you work for these companies and you God forbid something happens on the job and you get injured, workplace hazard, you get compensated. So this has nothing to do with pride, so to speak. I know son got pride, but it's just like at the end of the day, a job didn't grow up with you. A job didn't, you know what I mean? So it's like if they're able to if they're able to compensate for those for workplace hazards, I think that the rapper that they protecting should compensate for workplace hazards. Just saying. Not saying he did or he didn't, but just to any entourage, right?
Well, from the shooting,
Yeah.
I wound up. I spent the block on it was Amazora, I think Club Amazora. I had Halim car. He had a Magnum. That's when Magnums came out that time. He had the black Magnum.
Whatever
niggas,
the man was.
niggas knew we had that car. So basically, I see Frenchie in front of the club. Frenchie, my friend, rap nigga Frenchie. I see him in front of the club. That's when all Queens niggas was performing that night inside that club. Mano, all that. So Mano was coming up and shit at that time too. We had Fifth Bulletproof. The truck was behind us with both of the guns in it. That's crazy because they had my gun in it and my man Big Nick gun in it. He was in the car with me. So we just going up there regular to check temperatures and shit like that. I wound up stopping in front of the club. That's what fucked me up. I wound up stopping in front of the club to talk to Frenchie. He like, yo, Job, you coming in? Well, I really came up there for him because he kept calling me. I'm like, I gotta go up there for him. That's my son. He got to, you know what I'm saying? Niggas, I gotta come. I wound up talking to him. Mind you, it was mad traffic. You see how Amazon used to be back there. This shit backed up crazy. The Bulletproof was behind us with the guns in it. I wound up spinning on. After I talked to Frenchie, I spin and I hit the corner. Hove.
Now, I just want to point out something. He said the Bulletproof was behind us with the guns in it. Just hold that thought.
Man, Hove, Money and them. They
Hove is Trav older brother.
Older brother. Hove driving the Bulletproof. I think Money Ron's in the car. Somebody else. Well, anyway, they wound up talking to Frenchie too. That's what got me caught up. They wound up talking to Frenchie after me. I already pulled off to do whatever I was going to do.
So, all right, so this is your car right here. Frenchie right here. You spoke to Frenchie, then you pull off.
I pulls off.
Pull off to go or pull directly up ahead of the truck?
The truck was behind me.
Yeah, so you moved up and then
they were supposed to move with me. They wasn't supposed to stop.
Okay.
I guess Frenchie stopped them. So I'm like, yo, what the fuck is they doing? They were supposed to come right behind me. Immediately. They wound up not coming right behind me. I hit the corner. There's 3 cars in front of me, a few cars behind me. I'm at the light because you know it's a light when you turn the corner. From off the Amazora block, there's a light right there. So I'm at the light. I'm like 3 cars behind the light. I'm chilling at the like right there. I'm not thinking. I'm looking to see if they coming. Next thing you know, a car pulled up on the side of me. Whoop! And start letting off. Boom, 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 boom. Mad shots. Shit's going off. You know me, I'm jumping around in a fucking car. My man Big Nick, big. I can't really go nowhere because this nigga's like 6'5". And he was big, like 2-something pounds. So we both can't move in there. Like we can't go nowhere. So luckily my seat was all the way back because they let off the whole clip, probably like a 16, 17. They let off that whole shit, mind you. So we can't jump around while I'm hit. Luckily, my seat was back. You know how niggas drive. We don't drive what I see. My seat was back. So I was able to look and see the whole situation.
You saw who did it?
Nah, I didn't see the face.
Oh, you didn't
but
see
I
nobody's
seen
face.
the car. I knew the car. Like I seen the Jeep. I knew what was up. But you know what I'm saying? Whatever. That shit happened. Boom, 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 boom.
Now, mind you, to add some context to this again, around that time, 50 was beefing with some big dogs in the city. You know what I mean? And if you tapped in, you know who that is. You know, not Preem. You know, he had an issue with Jimmy Hinchman. He had an issue with Preem. You know, he had an issue with World. So it was serious. For the entourage, it was serious. Like these dudes wasn't just first of all, these dudes wasn't rappers. These dudes was real gangsters. So they was involved in real gangster shit. Second of all, they had money and reach and people that was willing to go off, crash out for them. So, you got to understand, what's going on at that time. You know what I mean?
Wound up getting hit. I ain't know I was hit that many times. I know I was hitting my hand right here. So my shit fucked up now. But I didn't think I was hit that many. I had all black on. So I didn't think I was hit that much because my man, Big Nick, was there. He got hit too. So I'm like, yo, fuck it. And Jamaica Hospital right there. I'm like, I'm going to drive to Jamaica Hospital. After the shots went off, nigga, I was driving until I start losing my breath. I'm like, yo, damn, I'm losing my breath. And my hand, I couldn't raise my left hand. And I'm like, yo, Nick, you shot? He like, yeah. So where you shot at? He said, my leg. I said, nigga, get your ass out this car and drive this fucking car. You only shot in your leg, nigga? So I'm telling him, in so I gets out the car. I jumps in the passenger seat. And we shoot to Jamaica Hospital, nigga. I'm damn near dying in the fucking passenger seat. I'm telling him, I'm like this, y'all. I can't breathe, Nick. I can't breathe. He start wilding, hitting cars. Nigga, we was on the other side of the divider. He got me all the way to the hospital. We got to the hospital. I walked, Hov and them helped me, but I didn't walk myself through I didn't know I was shot that many times until I got inside the emergency room, because when they start taking the shit off me, they didn't think I was that bad, and they just start seeing holes everywhere. They're like, oh shit, he shot right here. So that shit making me nervous a little bit, but I was calm. I was good, because I didn't think, but I know I can't breathe like that, but I in my head, I'm like, I'm not dying in this fucking car. It's not happening. Not at all. So I make it there. I wound up going in the, then that shit got me tight right now. I wound up going in there, and it's crazy shit because he only got hit in his leg, so he was all right. So the nurse came back out there, like, everybody's out there, my moms, my pop, everybody.
I could hear the pain in his voice. You know what I mean? It's unfortunate. This is cautionary tale to the young boys when y'all joining these rappers entourages. You know, and they running around beefing with big dogs in the city. This is some of the stuff you might have to deal with. You might get caught slipping. You might not be on the road, and you might get caught slipping. Your family might be in danger. All of these things, can happen. All of these things are a possibility.
Nurse came back out there like, well, the other guys are right. The other one ain't gonna make it. Everybody start going crazy. Start wilding in that motherfucker. Next thing you know, I didn't know. I seen my moms and them before that, and I told them I'm gonna be all right. I seen them. They surgered me. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna be okay. But when she came out there and did that shit turned everybody, you know what I'm saying, to a whole different Then the doctor came out there, the nigga who's actually working on me. He came out there smiling. They said, regular, like, what's wrong with y'all? Why y'all down? Why y'all acting like, oh, he said he's all right. I got it under control. So they started going crazy. Oh, yeah. I lost mad blood. I lost like 5 pints of blood, if not more than that. They had to pump that shit back in me. Like, I'm numb. I could see that shit happening. I knew I wasn't, in my head, I told myself I wasn't dying, but when the nurse told them that shit just fucked everybody up. Niggas dropping, my mom's and them going crazy. And to that doctor, I remember that nigga named Dr. Simp. I'll never forget that. I ever get rich, he's getting a bag. Like they was like, yo, he's the best surgeon in Jamaica. Like, Jamaica had the best trauma unit. So God bless, know what I'm saying? I'm here.
What about Nick? You ever think Nick? You cool with him still?
Yeah, that's my man. Okay. He got hit in his leg, but
I mean, I'm telling you,
I've been through some shit, my nigga. Mind you, in the same token of that, I was in the hospital for 2 months. I was in a coma. I got out the coma.
You was in a coma?
I woke up. Yeah, when I woke up, I had all these fucking tubes on me. I wound up wilding. My shit was broke. They said when I woke up, I wound up wilding again because I'm like, what the fuck, all these tubes on me? I break my pinky again off for just bugging. Like, I see tubes and shit in me, so they had to put me in a deuce coma. They put me back to sleep because I was wilding so much. Because I'm like, why am I in here? So when I woke up, I broke my fucking pinky again. They had to take me back into the surgery. I had rods, all type of shit in there. That happens. I had to learn to walk again. So like that, my man Emma and them is around, Money Ron. They made sure them niggas wipe my ass for me. So those are my niggas for life.
All right, let me get through this.
So shit, that shit hurt me, nigga.
Need some air, bro.
That shit had me dead and about to cry.
That shit got crazy, bro. Can't get some air, man. Shit.
3 or 4 times and asked me a few questions, and I wasn't with nothing. They like, we know you know what's going on, and I kept like, man, I don't know shit. I don't know nothing. I couldn't see nothing.
But how, between me and you, I mean, we know what we know. We ain't gonna talk about it on here. But how did you find out who did it though?
It was common sense, bro. I'm not gonna get into that, but
you just
it's common sense. Okay. I mean, niggas know how I know. They know how I know. We're not gonna get into that. Well, basically, I'm in the hospital. The cop, I wound up going to jail with Clausen, but like I've been through a lot. Like they came to my hospital room and they was asking me, yo, I told them I don't know nothing. So one of the grimy ass cops mentioned me about something. Yo, you know, I know you know about Blasey, a shooting that you was involved with. They did that to me, try to do that foul shit to try to get me to tell. So I told him, it's my pops. So, man, yo, get the fuck your daddy.
Now, he's a solid dude, you know what I'm saying? He took shots behind the issues that, 50 was dealing with, beefing with them big dogs in the city. And he kept it solid as well, you know what I'm saying? Son is definitely solid, you feel me? And this ain't new news, it's, we've been knew this, you feel me?
Niggas out my room. I wound up kicking police out my room. Mind you, when I finally got home, no less than 2-3 weeks later, them same police came knocking on the door. They was from 103rd, because that's where it happened at, but they had 113th officers with them. And I knew it, because when I came out, I'm like, yo, ain't y'all from the 113th while you're here? First of all, I told my aunt not to tell police I was here, because I knew they was going to try some funny shit, because he told me that. He gave me that heads up off the rip. Whatever, I wound up going to the precinct. They showing me pictures of niggas. I don't know nothing. Next thing you know, they put a case on me from what he told me he was going to do. I went in my hospital, so the grimy ass police put a case on me. I wound up going to jail.
What was the case? Like what was the charge?
Attempt murder, shooting somebody. Through what I went through at that time is a lot, bro. To be shot and then wind up going to jail right after that, and wind up have to live in jail like that. I didn't get bags. I wasn't able to change myself like I wanted to. I couldn't get the shit I needed, the proper care I needed in jail. I got better on my own. Mentally, myself told myself this is what I got to do. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never told nigga. That's like me hitting. I ain't never tell them they had to get me out of jail. I was part of the unit. I got shot for G-Unit, nigga. Niggas know what was up. Niggas know what happened and why what happened. It was G-Unit shit. But I'm a gangster. I'm not going to put that on no nigga. I'm not going to tell niggas, yo, you got to get me out of jail. I was hurt. I deserved to be out of jail, nigga. I was shit bagged up. I was hurt. I was leaned over. I couldn't do nothing.
Yeah, now, that's just that's a cautionary tale. You know what I mean? Now, I'm going to go into another one while we at it. What am I doing? Going to another one, right? But that's a cautionary tale right there. And you could tell the conviction in his voice when he was speaking. You could tell, that situation changed him. You understand? I'm going to go into another one.
Then let me know. Oh, this nigga told him. All right, cool. He wasn't trying to look out. I know what I gotta do. I gotta separate myself. I just gotta go get it on my own. I can't look for nobody to go help me for what you know what I mean? What I gotta do for my moms, you know what I mean? But if regardless of what I done did for a nigga, like, but if I done fucking shot a whole fucking clan or fucking war band dinner, whatever, make sure every deep ran down on DJs, make sure they played it, whatever. Whatever the fuck a nigga need me to do, fuck that. That shit is all out the window. We gotta make sure mama love is straight. You heard? Fast forward, I start falling back. He notices whatever. He had hit me. At this time, I'm gonna give y'all the fact. At this time, him and Banks is beefing. So he had hit me like, yo, if I was pulling up to a show or some shit, and I wrote him back like, yo, Five, I ain't gonna lie to you. Man, I ain't coming to no motherfucking show. Like, to be honest, bro, like, yo, I don't gain or lose nothing letting niggas know, like, oh, I'm cool with 50 or I'm G-Unit. Like, that shit don't put no fucking money in my pockets, homie. And to be real with y'all, nobody ever told him that, bro. Like, nobody ever, like, told Dog the truth. You heard? Like, nobody ever told him the truth. Like, made him, like the reality of it, like, yo, bro, like, you know what? I had to come to understand, like, I don't need you, buddy. Like, I'm gonna go over here and do what I gotta do. Yeah, you gotta hit the AC. This shit is hot inside this studio. All this weed blowing. Y'all with them blunts and this shit. Yo, open the door. Nah, that one. That one right there. I'm like, yo, yeah, I don't need you, whatever. Yeah, because niggas are smoking big blunts in the crib. My fault, my fault. I'm like, yeah, I don't need you, whatever.
Now, Trav was one of the goons, one of 50 Cent goons. And, you know, him and Jaffe, they like brothers, you know what I'm saying? They homies. And, he was running around with 50 when he was young, you know what I mean? And he explained that he wanted to, his mother needed to get eye surgery. And 50, he didn't cover it. You know what I mean? Now, he assumed that 50 wasn't going to cover it, but, I guess it's how he felt. All right. So it's just, just putting it in context. And then talking about the situation where, he, running around with Fifth and he's not getting paid to run around and hold Fifth down. He's not getting paid. These are the things that you deal with being in the entourage.
Fast forward, he sees me at this shit with Meek. So when he's on the stage, you like, yo, he can't come up here on the stage. I go on the stage. I'm not scared of you, nigga. And you know how I move. Fuck you, like, I ain't scared of, like, Fast forward, after that situation, the same thing that is happening now. You make a scene on stage thinking nobody's gonna see it, right? And then behind closed doors, and y'all could go search this shit too. Y'all can search this shit right here. Figure it out. At the time, Floyd fuck with Yale. Perfections is popping for him. You get what I'm saying? No.
All right, so y'all get the point pretty much. But Son was tight because he felt like 50 then, wasn't looking out for his personal situation. Meanwhile, he was part of 50 Entourage. There's another one, and I'm a give how I feel at the end, just all in all. Let me see. Okay.
Gunna did it first. Gunna, salute to you. They can say what they want to say about you, but you the solidest nigga ever. And I say you the solid nigga ever because you did what you had to do to get back to your home and your family. And you made sure you was never mentioned in that trial. That's what make you a solid nigga, my nigga. Your lawyer did better than Brian Steele, nigga. Because guess what he did? He got you out scot-free, nigga. You can go everywhere you want to go. You ain't on no papers. And guess what? You ain't had to spend that long in jail. Thug spent all that money, all that time in jail, and he gave a statement to the police. And he brought everybody down with him. And you know what happened? His ass still got exposed. Oh, yeah, they over there mad at me now. Because you can't not watch me. They can't not just watch this live. They on here on fake pages, like they putting their cameras up here. You can't. Thug did the same thing I did. He said, bird, 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 bird. I said, thug, 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 thug. Gunna did it first. Gunna, you.
Wessel Woody speaks on being labeled a snitch and if he regrets it.
Okay, now look, with you, being the man of the type of caliber, you are, and the cloth that you come from, right? You come from a gangster background, you know what I'm saying? How do you, feel truly, you know what I'm saying, knowing that is a bad jacket and you got to carry it? Like, how do it really make you feel?
I don't come from a gangster background. I come from a lost background. So it's a difference.
Okay.
I mean, I didn't say when young, I'm gonna be a gangster when I grow up. You know what I mean? I was just like one of them kids that was just going with the flow. And then you know how life goes. You give so much. You give people so much And they give you so little.
Wessel Woody
All right, so basically, there's a common denominator with all three of these guys. They're all a part of rappers' entourages. And I'm gonna be fair, on both sides. When you sign up to be a part of a rapper's entourage, you may or may not get paid. Most of the times, dudes do it for the perks and the benefits. You know what I'm saying? To be on tour with the rappers, be around the women, just be around the lifestyle. But they still got to go back to the hood. If these rappers decide if these rappers are gangster rappers and they start beefing with big dogs in their city for whatever reason, the entourage is the one that gotta, protect the rapper. Entourage is the one that's more than likely gonna be the ones going to war. They're gonna be the ones giving out smoke, and they're gonna be the ones taking L's, getting shot, going to jail, in some cases even dying. And what I would say as far as the entourage, for the youngins that see a rapper got some motion, you might know him or whatever the case may be, and you might want to get around him, get next to him, so you can maybe figure out some opportunities for yourself. Know what you signing up for. Know what you signing up for, because when you decide to be a part of the entourage, there's nothing set in stone or black and white to say that this person has to do this or this person has to do that unless you present that like a contract. Say, okay, I'm part of the entourage. These are my duties and these are your obligations, or vice versa. You understand what I'm saying? Um, I do feel like some rappers got to do better, because I just gave some examples, but there's a lot of rappers that they got the same situation going on. All these rappers have an entourage. Um, I would say as far as the person that's going to be a part of the entourage, make sure that you can, if you see opportunities to make money while you out there, make yourself useful. You know what I'm saying? Seek out those opportunities and see where you can fit. You know, because once the rapper gets rich enough, he's not going to need you anymore, because now you're going to become a liability. Now it's like, okay, I can't bring these guys in certain rooms. I can't bring them around certain people. They scare people. So they're going to get real security. And whatever you was doing for that rapper, that's no longer. They're going to find a reason to send y'all home. Straight like that. If you're not adding to the situation in any kind of way besides being a goon, or being a part of the entourage, they're gonna send you home. Once they get rich enough and they get real security, you're gone. So make sure that you take full advantage of these opportunities when they're presented to you, and try to make yourself useful, or try to bring something of value to the table. You understand? Now, when it comes to all three of those dudes had the same thing in common. They were all part of rappers' entourages. Trav, Jaffe, Woody, and I could, the list goes on. I just gave three examples, but there's plenty other ones. Now, in Woody's case, um, he felt like Thug wasn't doing enough for him, and he felt like all the things that he was doing in the street, Thug never really put him on to get no real money. You understand what I'm saying? And when it came down to people getting charged and people going to jail, Woody felt like, I'm not going to do all that time for this dude. Some people take that route. So, as far as the rapper, you got to take care of your people, man. The only thing I would say, if somebody is putting their life and their safety on the line for you, right, and they part of your entourage, give them an opportunity to make some money. That's number one. Number two, if a job can compensate you for workplace injury or you passing away on the job, they compensate your family. You know, your family gets a payout. Same thing as an injury. You have workers' comp, you know, you have short-term disability. You get compensated for if you get injured on the job. So I think that's the least you can do for somebody that's risking their life and their freedom to secure your safety until you make it over that bridge and you get to the real money to where you can hire real security. Because most of the times with rappers, they get famous before they get rich. And if you in a city and you're known and you're popular and you're rapping, you're doing your thing, you become a target. So you need an entourage, you need goons. And they need you to change their situation. They get with you and they get with your clique with the hopes that you're gonna change their situation. So make it clear to them. I got these opportunities on the table. If y'all up to it, see which one fits. See which one fits. You know what I mean? And if they get shot or they go to jail behind being your entourage, they should be a paid lawyer. Medical bills should be paid. If you beefing, if you a gangster rapping, you beefing with other gangsters in your city, you put your entourage or your entourage families at risk. So they should at least have a place that they can move their family to and be safe. Because a lot of times, you know, the goons, the entourage, the goons, they expendable. They get treated like they expendable. They use them, they go through all this shit, and then boom, they kick them to the curb. You know, some cases, in some cases, the entourage is, you know, the goons had opportunity, you know, the rapper would show them opportunities and say, yo, listen, you could get money this way, that way, A, B, C, and D, and they don't take advantage of it. And that's their fault. And then in some cases, they're just being strung along, only to be kicked to the curb when that rapper gets enough money to afford real security. So make yourself useful. Make yourself useful, gang. You know what I'm saying? Make it, you know, bring something to the table of value. Solidify your spot there. You know what I mean? Um, because at the end of the day, whether this, you know, this rapper is your man's or somebody you know through him, whatever the case may be, they don't owe you success. But if you're risking your life on them, the least that you can get is if you get hurt, medical bills paid. If you go to jail behind your job, if you go to jail, there's a paid lawyer and bail on deck for you to fight that case. If you die in the midst of your job, your family is compensated. If your life is in danger because, you know, of the person that you're protecting, you got to make sure that man family is straight. You got to make sure they're safe for the most part. Not saying you got to go buy them $1 million house in the suburbs, but just move them to where they're not so accessible. Because in a lot of times, you know, the rapper will go around the city kicking up all this dust, and the entourage still live in the hood. They still reachable. And if you beefing with somebody that got enough reach, guess what? They could touch every single one of them entourages, and if they can't get to them, they could get to their family. And that happened in the case with Jimmy Henchman. I mean, they didn't want to speak on no Queen's Flip, but it's all public record now. Jimmy Henchman in jail. 50 was beefing with Jimmy Henchman. And Jimmy Henchman was somebody that had a lot of money, and he was an old school gangster. You know what I mean? Whether regardless of if he told or not, that's not the point here, right? The dude was a gangster, and the dude had reach. He had money, and and he had crash outs on deck. And when 50 got into it with him and they end up, Yayo Mans end up smacking his son, that dude gave out, belt that ass. A lot of shots flew behind that. You know what I mean? And the people in the entourage, they still living in the hood. So, this is not a guy that's afraid to come to your neighborhood and get you dusted off. This is somebody that will show up to your mama house. You understand what I'm saying? So before you sign up, the whole moral of the story, man, before you sign up to be part of an entourage, and know what you signing up for. Know what you signing up for. Because Woody could have walked away from that situation. He didn't have to turn state's evidence or a state witness. Now, what he did do, which was, which kind of softened the blow, is that he went in there and messed the whole case up. And that's how they was able to get free. But he didn't feel like he was being compensated fairly. Same thing with Trav. Now, with Jaffe, I know he feels some kind of way. I can't say he feels some kind of way towards Fifth, but I know he spoke with a lot of conviction. So I know that traumatic situation will mess with you. And Jaffe was, unfortunately, I seen in a new interview, he was still living in the hood, even after the whole situation. You understand what I'm saying? And if that dude, was, whoever, if they was beefing with Jimmy at that time or whatever the case may be, like, you up for grabs. You accessible. You understand what I'm saying? So, moral of the story, man, know what you're signing up for when you decide to become a part of these rappers' entourages. And make sure, the only way that you can make sure that they hold up to the end of the bargain is by black and white. Because some people, man, word don't mean shit. You know what I mean? Black and white will ensure that whatever your obligations are fulfilled, and whatever the other person's obligations are fulfilled. You sign off on that, notarize that, and now we're doing business. You understand? It's like working for a company over 1099. You know what I mean? There's a contract being signed. You understand what I'm saying? I keep up with my end of the bargain. He keep up with his end of the bargain. At the end of the contract, you want to renew, we could renew. If not, fine. But if you don't provide what's in that contract, if you don't fulfill that contract, I can go to court and I can hold this piece of paper up that's black and white and say, hey, this person didn't fulfill the terms of their contract. And I can be compensated for that. I'm just saying, doing business, you risking your life. I think there should be some shit in black and white to say, hey, I got to get this, this, and this if I'm risking my life and my freedom. Because these dudes ain't busting, they ain't busting their gun for their family or their kids. They busting their gun for these rappers, hoping that they can change their situation by holding them down. You understand what I'm saying? It's just some food for thought, man. Any comments? Leave it in the comments section. That's my time today. And y'all have a good new year. We in a new year. Everybody get focused, do what they got to do. We're going to have a great year, man. Peace.